The next qualitative property which we are going to discuss is actually depression of freezing point. When we define freezing point, it is actually the freezing point is actually the state or temperature at which solid state is in equilibrium with liquid phase. So this is the dynamic equilibrium which will exist. So it is defined as temperature at which vapor pressure of the substance in its liquid phase is equal to its vapor pressure in solid phase. So it is actually the definition of freezing point is temperature at which vapor pressure of substance in liquid phase becomes equal to that of solid phase. This is the definition. So if we try to plot the graph of vapor pressure of the substance versus temperature for freezing, actually at freezing point the state change occurs. So I can say that there are two different slopes for a solvent. So this is a solid line, this is solid, and this is liquid, but this is solvent, so this is solvent line. So at certain temperature here, which is marked as Tf, in fact it is Tf naught because it is the freezing point of pure solvent. Now when I add solute to the solution, basically I am adding a solute to solvent to get solution. What happens? The vapor pressure decreases. So naturally when it is in liquid state, vapor pressure at each temperature will be lesser than that of pure solvent. So this is actually solution. So solution will have a lower vapor pressure. Now what should happen? The important point to note here is that in solution, the solute what we have added is actually a solid solute. So there is no concept called freezing of that particular solid particle. In fact, the solid particle is already in solid state. The solute is already in solid state. So what happens? Only the solvent present in solution will undergo freezing. So because vapor pressure was less than that of a pure solvent, now to attain freezing point, this solution will require to reach much lower temperature compared to that of a pure solvent. See here, at this point only we find that the vapor pressure of solution becomes equal to that of solid state. So this particular temperature is Tf now, because this is the freezing point of solution. Now this difference, if we mark as delta Tf, which is going to be the depression in freezing point. So let us write the details here. So let Tf naught be freezing point for pure solvent, and Tf be freezing point of solution. So in that case what happens? We get delta Tf that is depression in freezing point, is equal to Tf naught minus Tf, because Tf naught is much higher compared to Tf naught. Tf naught is higher compared to Tf. So this is actually experimentally found out that delta Tf for dilute solution is proportional to molality of the solution. So the proportional to molality. So delta Tf becomes equal to Kf into m, where Kf is actually cryoscopic constant, or it is also called as molar depression constant, and its unit is Kelvin kg per mole. Basically this is same as the kb, the unit is same as kb, and this formula can also be utilized to calculate molar mass by writing the molality as in terms of weight of solute and solvent. So delta Tf can also be written as Kf into W2 into 1000 divided by W1 into M2, where M2 is the molar mass of the solute. So knowing the molar mass of the solute, I can calculate the variation in freezing point when I add a specific quantity of solute, or in other terms, if we know the change in freezing point and weight of the solute added, we can also calculate the molecular mass of the solute. Now here also this Kf is again a new quantity which we can say that it depends on nature of the solvent, and this Kf can be calculated by this particular formula. As we discussed for Kb, the derivation of this formula is beyond the scope. So Kf can be written as R into M into Tf square divided by 1000 delta Hf, where delta Hf is the enthalpy of fusion. So this is only for us to note, and that's about depression of freezing point.